Hello, YouTube family. This is Ravi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, I'm back with another scenario on ServiceNow interview series. And today we are going to see before query business rule example and dynamic filter example. I mean, dynamic reference qualifier. So, if you are very new to this channel, do share and subscribe and stay tuned for more interesting videos. So, let's go. So, today's scenario is these are the two scenarios which I have already covered. This is the third scenario which we can use it for interviews. The first scenario is the current logged in user can only see the incident record. Means I am on incident table. This is my incident table. And on incident table, let's say I am the current logged in user. So I can see only those incident which is assigned to me or which is assigned to a particular group and I am member of that group. So if you notice here, let me bring, we have assignment group. Okay. So what I mean is if I am a part of any assignment group, I should only see that particular ticket. If you read this line, current logged in user can only see the incident record. I'm talking about only the list view, not the form view, okay, which is assigned to a group to whom he is part of. So if I am part of any group called, let's say, database, I should be able to see only those incidents. How I can achieve it? So I will be restricting it over here. So there's an important concept in ServiceNow called before query business rule. So for the first example, we are going to use before query business rule. What is this query business rule and what is this before query business rule? Basically, it's a type of business rule. And if you open business rule over here, yeah, create a new one. So there are four types of business rule you guys know: before, after, async, and display. And we have four operations: create, update, read, delete, and one more operation extra is your query business rule. So basically, query itself means that we are going to query the table, whatever we select over here. So we are going to query the table before it is presented to the user. For example, here if I click on all, let's say I am on incident table as of now. If I click on all, before query business rule will execute first. Now here before query business rule is executing and it is displaying the data. So we are restricting this 491 record to the only those record which is a member is part of this assignment group or any assignment group. So how we can achieve this? There comes a rule called before query business rule that will allow us to limit what all record we can access. I can access 491 as of now. I can restrict that. I can limit it. Or it's used for data segregation. Segregation in the sense we have certain data here, data in the sense we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 n numbers of rows. And n numbers of rows, there are n numbers of data. We will segregate data based on groups, categories, whatever you can select, you can select. Okay, so for that, let me type an incident and let me just put here restrict table. Now, there's one important concept here, guys. Why don't we use ACLs for this? Yes, we can use ACLs. So there is a difference between before query business rule and ACL. So ACL will also restrict the row level and the field level. But this before query business rule will only restrict to the row level, not the field level. So before business rule applies to row level. And you know that in ACS, we have row also and field also, correct? So this is what before query business will do. And I will show you one diagram also. So let me open my snipping tool. Let it open. And we are going to write a logic on the table incident and the name is restrict table data. Okay, when to run before query action advanced section, we will write certain script over here. And that script is called server-side script. So any script, whatever we will write in business rule, it acts as a server side. So we'll click here. I'll show you something first. So let's say I am an end user. Okay, I am an end user and I want to open an incident table. Let's say I am going to open incident table, but before opening the incident table, our query business rule. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So here, query business rule QBR. Keep in your mind while they ask in interview, first query business rule will execute. It will query the incident table, that is your database DB. And then after that, if you have any display business rule, that will get executed. Display business rule will also present the data on the form. If you have not seen the display business rule before, after racing videos, you can go and check the playlist of development where I have discussed about it. And then the form will be presented or submitted to the user. Now here incident record will open, or you can say incident table will open. And after incident, then will come with the before business rule, then database, it will save, and then after or async. So the sequence is like this. First query business rule, then display business rule, then before business rule, and then after or async business rule will execute. So here we are going to write a logic. So for that, let me create a user, or let me choose any user which I want to restrict. This is okay. I can choose any user. So let me choose one. Okay. And I think Shivam is not having a role to access incident. So I will give him a basic role called ITIL to access incident. So what is the role needed for accessing incident table? You can comment in the comment section. Apart from ITIL, we can also give him incident manager role. The incident manager role is also there. So let me give ITIL, not admin. And let's see whether he can access the incident table or not. So I will go to the incognito mode and I will go to dev. I'm going to this part. And what is his username? Subham x.xy. Get it loaded. So incognito mode is pretty much slow, guys. Every time it is slow. And the password, I don't have the password. So let's set the password. Generate. Any small password. Generate, 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 generate. Oh, shit. It was a small password, but I clicked small password. Let's say this is a small password. Copy, save it. And I will uncheck this option called password need to reset. I don't want him to reset the password. Save it. And let's go back to the incognito and put that password here. Login. So now Shivam is logged into ServiceNow. Okay, I think it's not there. Why this is coming? Because guys, I didn't save it. So my mistake. I should have unchecked it. Still, let me just type it. Okay, submit. Okay. So okay, my bad, guys. So this is the current password and the recent password I will put. I think it should work. 1, 2, 3, 4 will also not work. ServiceNow has given a lot of security now. Okay, I think this should work. Yeah, this is working. Now let's go to this incident table of Shubham. So it's the first time when he's logged in and his role is ITIL. So if I type here incident, he can access incident. Click on all and he can access incident. You can see. Now I only want him to see those record. This 491 record he can see. Those record who is part of that group. Let's go back here, close this, and let me choose any group. First of all, so I will go and type group, and let's say ServiceNow March, and let me just add this person to this group. Yeah, I think this is the one. Let me check. Next, you want to. Okay, fine. So I will add him to a group. Now let's go back to the business rule. Okay, so let me close this. Let me close this. And in this business rule, what is the requirement we have to perform? So we have to perform a requirement such that a current logged in user, whoever logged into ServiceNow, will only be able to see those incident in a list view to whom he is part of. So for that, we are going to write a logic. So logic start with if any current logged in user. So how to get the current logged in user in server side? So in client side, we use g underscore user, but in server side, you can pause the video and you can let me know. But the current logged in user is gs dot get user. This is the one method that allow you to get the current logged in user from you on your system. In basically in normal way of doing it, we use gs dot get user ID. But here we are going to check whether this current logged in user is a member of any group or not. So first of all, we'll use this. And you will notice it is a method. So I will put a bracket. How I can check whether it's a method? So here, see, it is written method. If I select it, I have to select this bracket dot to see exist, get avatar, get business number, get company ID. I can get the current logged in user, everything from here. I want is member of. If he is member of anything, any group, whatever I want, then we have to use that is member of and see group name. Determine if the current user is member of a specified group. So if it is member of any specified group, the return is Boolean. And you guys know very well about Boolean. What is Boolean? Boolean is nothing but it will return true and false. So I will give here, I can give sysID, I can give name. So better go with the sysID. Right click, copy sysID. Go there and put here. Now again, few people will ask me this question, Ravi, SysID is not a best practice. Yes, SysID is not a best practice. For that, we can create a property. So if you want, I can show you, we can create a property and put it over here, or we can just for this demo, I am going to use this without property. Basically, you have to create a property and you have to use that property here. I'm not doing it right now. Let it be. And now what else I am checking? I am checking exactly what is the current session of the user. So, and we are going to check gs dot, there's a there's a method called get session. If you see this, what is get session? Read about it. See, get a reference of the current glide session. So if I am part of that session, for example, here, this person, ServiceNow, Subham ServiceNow, he is logged into the current session. So his session will be counted. That's why I'm checking. If you don't want, let it be. You don't check it. Get session dot. Now what he is doing? He is interacting to ServiceNow system. So there's a method, or you can say that called interactive. See, dot interactive. And what this interactive do, read about it. See, check if the current session is interactive. If a person is active also, he's logged into ServiceNow and he's interacting with the system. So I am going to do this. Is interactive. Oh, spelling is wrong. Interactive and curly braces on, off, close it. So basically, what it is doing. So if current logged in user is member of a group and he is currently active in the system and he is interacting, means he is working on something or he is opening incident table, whatever it is. Then I'm going to add a query. What query I will add? So we are on which table? We are on incident table if you see. So we are going to add a query that current dot add query. Guys, why we are using current? We are not using any object x dot add query because we are not gliding it. Why we don't glide it? Because why to glide if we have selected incident table automatically here? We don't have to glide it. We just refer to the current table here and we are adding a query on the current table. What query I will write? Just think, hold the video for a while. What is the requirement? Current logged in user can only see incident which is assigned to the group to whom he is part of. So where the group is available, guys? On incident table. So on incident table, if I open any record, group is present on the assignment group here. So I will change this word group to assignment group. Yeah. So now what is the backend name of assignment group? So backend name of assignment group is this one. Copy and let me put it comma. Again, I can create a property and I can put here gs.get property. But here I am hard coding the information just for your reference, just to give you a quick demo. The assignment group and what assignment group he should be part of? ServiceNow March. So same, right click, copy sys go back, put it over here. Yeah. So if g underscore dot get user, if the current logged in user is member of the group name is called ServiceNow March, and he is currently active and interactive also for the system, then add a query that he will be able to see only a person who is part of this assignment group will able to query that. Means he only able to see that particular record, whatever is assigned to him. And else return null or return nothing. So you can put like this return. So it will return nothing. Just save it and see if that is working or not. It won't work. I have to add another query. First save it and I will add it, but whether he is part of any group we have already checked, assignment group. So this query will return what? Let me show you. So let's go back to the incident table and let me use the caller Shubham. Say, okay, this four record I am selecting, five record I am selecting. Click on this and SHUBHAM Shubham. I cannot do it. Let me open this record. Or I can create a new record. Anything is fine. Nice. Let me just do one thing. Let me create a new record. So click on new, close it, and SHUBHAM Shubham. Shubham and test. And what is the assignment group? ServiceNow March. Copy this here, save the record. Save the record. First record is created. Let's create a copy. Yeah, we can create a copy, correct? I want to see multiple records. So right click. ServiceNow is slow, guys, these days. Right click. Don't have copy. Copy incident is there. I copied an incident. Same. And now again, Shubham. Yeah, right click, save. So two records I created. Now, with the same ServiceNow March group, what will happen? We are on incident table. Let me go to the list view. So Shubham is part of ServiceNow March, ServiceNow March. Let's go to Shubham profile. Click on all. Type incident, click on all. He is able to see only those two records. Can you see? Only two records. Only two. Why? Because I am restricting the database. I am saying that, hey, ServiceNow, before you present this page, or sorry, the list view to the customer, do one thing, check whether this person, current logged in user, is part of this group or not. If he is part of that group, then show only those records. This is called query business rule. So before presenting the data to the user, you are querying the data. I hope it is clear. And one more thing we can do. Let's say there's one more assignment group I'm updating here. Copy. Let me update all this. Okay. Now let's go back and refresh the page. You will see how much 6. Now here you are. Now you will ask me, Ravi, you have done a mistake here then. Shivam is also getting displayed and Sabrina is also getting displayed. Yes, why? Because if you see the script says that assignment group should this. So I have to restrict this also by adding another query called current.add query saying that if this ticket is assigned to Shubham, then only that record is displayed. So I will write here, what is the backend name of assign? Let me just go and check. So currently it is not assigned to Shubham. So let me assign it to Shubham. If I assign this now, only one record is assigned. Okay, assigned to is Shubham. Let me just bring that field as well here. Assigned to. Okay. Okay, assigned to is Shubham. Let's make this also as Shubham. Fine. Now, what I will do is I will write a logic. So this the packet name of assigned to is you can right click, you can do, or you can press from your ServiceNow util small assigned to. Copy this, go to your script, you can write assigned to, comma, gs dot get user ID. That's it. The user ID is also, you can see user ID is what? A method. So you will put user ID, something like this. I hope the spelling should be correct. So D spelling is not correct. I think it's capital D, user ID. Yeah, user ID. Now, if I save it now, if I go back again here, if I refresh the page, you will notice, see only two records. Why? Because this Shubham is part of this assignment group. If I open this assignment group, he is part of that group. See, group members, Shubham is there. So this is the requirement called query business rule. Before querying the data, before the table is presented to the user, what logic you have applied. I have applied a logic that a person who belongs to any particular assignment group, if that assignment group ticket is assigned to that person, then he can only see that one. Similarly, you can use this with the help of ACS. But ACS will give you an error here. Not error. I'm so sorry to say you this word error here, but they will give you a message. Row limit X ACL error like you are restricted to see the 20 rows count or 10 rows count or 12 rows count, like that you will see in this case, in case of ACS. But in case of before business rule, we don't require it. Before async business rule, it will not say you any message like security prevent or something, security restricting. I don't remember the exact error. I think the exact error is something like this. Number of rows removed message by ACL. This image. Yeah, yeah, guys, I got this image. Let me open this website. I think you might have also seen it in your career, but if you have not seen it, no worries. See, the error is something like this way, the image. See, numbers of rows removed by the by from this list by security constraint. So when you use ACLs, you will get this kind of an error and message. If you're not using the ACL, if you're using query business rule, then you will not get any error. See, I didn't get any error, but I got only two records. So this is called before query business rule. If you have any question, please ping me in the comment section. I will help you out. And let's move to the next topic. Demo of dynamic reference qualifier. Now, what is reference qualifier? Reference qualifier always act as a filter condition. So this act as a filter condition. You might have seen act as a, not as a filter condition. You might have seen this reference qualifier on the catalogs, on the tables. For example, let me take you to incident. Let me deactivate this business rule. First of all, save it. Go back. Uh, Open a record. Now right click. You go to any column which is reference, by the way, configure dictionary, and you will notice in the advanced view of that table, you will find a reference qualifier. There are three types of reference qualifier. One is simple, another one is dynamic. That's what we are going to discuss. Simple is simple, you can apply the filter. Another one is advanced, where we write the scripts. Here, dynamic. So go here, under you have this see, reference qualifier. Simple, dynamic, and advanced. If you click on dynamic, they're asking you for dynamic reference qualifier. If I click on this, by default, it is giving you a PA contributor. Maybe this is something which is coming out of the box. So if I select this, and currently what it is getting displayed. So let me just check. Currently, how many users are getting displayed? So around 886. But if I use this filter, let me save it. If I go back and refresh the page, now see how many callers are getting displayed. 26. So it means that some filter is there. So let's create a filter first of all. And this will be very easy. You just have to create a filter using a script. You can call the script on the dynamic filter and it will work. So how to do that? That's what we are here. First of all, what I will do is I will go to the dynamic filter here. Just type DYNAMIC dynamic filter. See, system definition dynamic filter option will be available to you. Under this dynamic filter, you will get lot of dynamic filters. So let's create a new dynamic filter. Once you create a new dynamic filter, they're asking you for label, script, field type, reference table. So this you have to choose accordingly. So let's say, let's create a requirement. Let me close this. This underscore user dot list. I'm going to create a requirement, and the requirement says that we have a department or we have a company. You can choose anything. Let's say department. Okay. Yeah, department is empty. Some departments are not empty. So ID. So it will display all those departments which are not empty, or you can say that department. We can write a logic based on the department filtering. So how we can do it? Here we will put test dynamic, dy dynamic. You can call your script include here. How to call a script include at any place in ServiceNow where you use ServiceNow. You can pause the video and you can tell me. The format is something like this. New script include name and then function name. Correct? So here we can copy the same stuff. I will replace these all with my script include name. Now, what type of reference table it is? So you should know what type of table it is. Why? Because on incident, we have a caller. So caller is coming from which table? Caller is coming from the user table. So what type of reference it will be? Will be user. Field type, reference. You know the field types. Yeah, available for reference qualifier, not for default value. I want for reference qualifier. So just save it as of now. I saved it, nothing will happen, guys. Nothing will happen. Okay, as of now. What it will happen is when I put the details here about the script include and the function name which I'm using, and when I use this test dynamic filter on the caller field here, now if I click on this, I have to test also, test dynamic, and if I save it, now it will start working. But currently it will not work because I have to write a script include. So let's write a script include. Okay, let's click on new. So script include is the name or let's say department name. Okay. It is not client callable because I'm not using Glide Ajax. I'm not using anything on the service catalogs or all. I'm not calling so client side. So I will just type here a function name. So my function name is, let's say, the name, department name. You know how to create a function in a script include. If you don't know, I will put the link of my script include video in the description. You can check from there, or you can search on the playlist part. So dname function. Now what I will do, I will go to the user table. So new glide record. We have discussed all these things. What is glide record? Everything we have discussed in my series. So you can check where it is. You can just go to incognito, type ServiceNow, just type YouTube, just type ServiceNow, Ravi, enter. You will get this one, and there's a playlist. Under this playlist, you will find ServiceNow development. Okay, and here you will have business rules. Here you will find server side script, how to write any script. Every option is here. Every details are here. So you can check from here. Okay, we'll go back. User table. Now I will get if current logged in user g.add user, add query. Fine. I will query the sys ID. So the requirement is if current logged in user means I am the current logged in user. For example, ADNIN. My department is there. If it is not empty, or if it is empty, we can write a logic. If it is not empty or something, so it will check the current logged in user sys ID, which is nothing but the sys ID of this user, and it will return the department of that user. So what I can do here, the script is the script. Yeah, here add query. Here I put sys ID of that user. Which user? Current logged in. How to get the current logged in user? gs.get user ID. It's a method, so give a bracket. Now x dot query. These all are pretty much straightforward. X dot next. Why? If I am taking, guys, because I am only checking for the current logged in user, only one user at a time. So I am using if. Now go down and what I want to return. So return whatever the department. So department plus and get the query out of it. So equal to plus X dot department dot get display value, because the department is also a reference field. It returns ID, or we can write to string. Anything is fine. There you go. That's it. So in real time, if I copy this query and if I go to the background script, okay, if I put this query, instead of return, let's put gs.print bracket, here also bracket. Okay, and instead of this current logged in user SysID, I will give, for example, right click, copy SysID, and see what is the result it is getting returned. So it is giving me the department SysID. We start with A581. So what is the department SysID? This one. So it is nothing but 85A1. See, this is what I want. It should return department. So same copy paste I have done here, over here, and I'm saving this record. Going back to our dynamic filter, script include name is depth name, copy, paste here, depth name, bracket on, bracket close, and the function name. What is the function name? D name. Copy and paste it over here. As simple as that. Okay. So right click, you can save the record right away. And let's say whether it is working or not. So this will work when you will choose a record as available for reference qualifier. Reference table is user, and this is on which field? This is on field called caller, because on caller I have selected a reference qualifier dynamic and the dynamic name is test. So let's see whether it is working or not. If I refresh the page and if I click on this, 42 records are there with the same department, system admin. So system admin, any approval, maybe they have all the departments. So out of 400 plus records, 800 plus record, I'm putting 42. You can see here in the user table as well, sys underscore user dot list. Let me put as fin. So let me do a show matching. How many records are there? 42. Can you see, guys? 42 records. So only those records whose department belong to finance is getting displayed, because in the dynamic reference qualifier, I am getting the current logged in user department. If that department matches, the caller, whatever we are selecting here, it will only show those records which belongs to those departments. This is called a dynamic filter. So dynamic filter will again act as a filter condition, but we can utilize that with the help of scripts or script include or business rule as well. For business rule part, what you guys can do it, remove everything from here. In the reference script, click on this, choose your business rule. Business rule. What document you will choose? Reference qualifier document, which is on the first. Uh, Let's say this is my business rule name. Okay. So if you are restricting the data from the business rule, so if you have a business rule in place, open this, or you can go there and type business rule, doesn't matter. It will be pretty much fast. Business rule, open this and click on, this is the one which we have created. You just have to paste the same script over here. Just you have to create a function. Simple. So what you have to do is here, check this option active, active, remove everything, type function, give any function name of your choice. So let's say test depth, and then copy paste the same script. What is the script? So the script is, where is the script? Yeah, copy here, copy this, go to your business rule, paste it, Control A, save the record. And what is the function name here? Test DEP. Copy this test DEP from here, go to your reference qualifier, put the script function name. That's it. So you can call your reference qualifier, you can call your business rule, you can call your script include, whatever you want, you can call it. And now that's all. Save the record. So it acts as a reference qualifier. Simple. If I go back to the caller, if I click on this again, ideally you should show only 42 records. That's what it is working. So you can call BR, you can call a script include on your dynamic filter. So dynamic filter also act as a filter condition that allow us to filter the data based on scripts. Okay. So I hope it is clear. If you have any question, do let me know in the comment section and we'll meet in the next video. Till then, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.